In our last vlog, we took a flight from Chicago to Milan, Italy. Once we arrived in Milan, we took a train to Milan Central, which is where we are now. So let's go ahead and start exploring. We have now made it to the Milan Cardona train station here in pretty much central Milan. It is actually a really nice train station here. So I have two things that I have to do. Let me explain. So I was gonna go to my hostel and pretty much drop off anything that I don't need, but I decided to stay on the train a little bit longer and make it to Cardona, the train station. And now we are near this arc that I want to go to, which is actually where we're walking to now. And I will show you as soon as I get there. But so far, my first impressions of Milan: one, it's really hot. Like, it's hot, summertime hot. And then two, it's really pretty. Italian vibes, pretty. I'm not gonna lie, if I was to say that I knew that this was here, I would be 100% lying, so I did not. I pretty much looked at the map and I saw the arch. I was heading that direction, and then along the way I passed by this castle that it's actually in front of me. It is pretty. I don't know exactly the history, but let me pull it up real quick. Magic of editing. Here we go. So this is the Castello. Here, come on. It looks like a pretty nice castle, actually. Anyways, let's continue walking over. Alright, so this is, I'm reading off of what I have here. Castello Sforzesco. This castle was actually built in the 15th century by Francesco Sforza, hence the name of the castle. Throughout the years, it has been renovated and new parts have been added, like this area. I'm pretty sure it has been added to the whole castle grounds, but it is really, really pretty. This castle now houses an art museum that you can actually go to. Anyways, I am gonna keep walking around. There's like two more parts to this castle that I have not been to, so let's keep walking. So after a short walk from the castle, we have made it to where my first initial destination was, which is the Arc de la Pise. The construction for this arch started in 1807 to celebrate Napoleon, but in 1825, believe it or not, about 20-something years later, the construction of this arch stopped because of the defeat of Waterloo. 1 year later, this arch resumed its construction in orders of Empress Francis I of Austria, who wanted it to be dedicated to the peace that was established after 1815. And just in case you were as curious as I am as to what it says up there on the arch itself, it says, let me translate it, it says, "To the hopes of the Italian kingdom, aspires Napoleon I, the Milanese, dedicate the year MDCCCVII, don't exactly know what that is, and Francati from Servitu, they happily return." I don't know how correct that translation is, but I'm pretty sure it's something close. So being here in Milan, these little trams are a big seem to be a big deal. So I think I'm gonna ride it to the hostel. Which one I have to take, I have no clue. Or how we pay, I also have no clue. But we're gonna find out and get to ride on one. made it onto the tram. This tram is number 2, which is taking me where I need to go, but it's also a longer one, like this. So like there's 2 or 3 different parts attached to the main one. Just to explain, like how you pay when you get on is this machine right here, right there, is where you tap your card, and then once you tap it, you're good. And then once you exit out, maybe you tap it again. We'll find out. So the ride is actually pretty cool. Like it takes you through all these places that it's pretty neat. So we're gonna ride this for a couple of stops and then get out. I gotta say that was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome, just getting to ride those little trams. We have made it to the not so touristy area of Milan. We're actually outside of the city now, like city center area, and it's not so busy, which is good. I like not so busy. I don't know exactly why, but it's not busy. And this is a pretty nice part of Italy, like or Milan. There's a like river over here, and like you can cross on it. We'll go across it later, but we're gonna head over to our hostel for tonight and get our key. That way we're checked in. We don't have to worry about it later. This is what a hostel looks like. If you have not been to a hostel, it's pretty much quite a bit of bunk beds, and you have a bed, and that's pretty much it. Like there's restrooms and stuff, like there's towels and stuff, like there's everything you need. Some hostels don't have towels, as you will see later on this series, but yeah. So I have bed C, which is the one right down here, and if you recall from my last trip here in Europe, which was like 3 months ago, you would know that I stayed in a hostel once, and it was cool, and it was a closed like bed. This one is open concept, so you don't really have a curtain of privacy, but I mean, it's still nice. So a couple of hours later-ish, not exactly hours, but hour at least. I went to the hostel to drop off some stuff. Obviously, still have my backpack in case it rains, which doesn't look like it's gonna rain at any point. And then I met up with another traveler, and she's actually traveling around Italy. So we kind of partnered up and started kind of venturing the city a little bit. We went out to Vetusta in Signa. That I got the mozzarella pizza, which was really good. So good that I ate it all, but also I'm full now. So there's that. Now that I've eaten everything, now we're just pretty much walking around the city. I did not know that there was a holiday going on. She was actually the one that informed me about it, and which explains why a lot of the places here are pretty much closed and have been closed. And honestly, I haven't seen very much people, not as much as I would have thought, and that would explain why. But anyways, enough yapping. I'm gonna continue. We're gonna continue walking, and we're not sure exactly where we're headed. We're just kind of walking right now. have made it to the Milan Cathedral, and it is the largest in the Italian Republic. But it actually took right over 6 centuries to complete this whole building. Construction of this cathedral started in 1386, so that is a very long time. 6 centuries, I mean, think about it, that's wild. And then the final details were completed and made into this amazing building in 1965, which that is a very long time to complete a building. And I will say it is really like one of the most detailed cathedrals I've seen in person in my life. Like the details on there, oh my gosh, it's so many. Right next to the cathedral, after you finish giving your offerings to the church, you can go ahead and spend some money at the Domo shop, which houses a bunch of shops, high-end and everything in between. All right, we have reached that part of the video where I am going to find out from Melanie where in the world I am going tomorrow morning. And I am just currently waiting on the video to get to me. Should be getting to me pretty soon. Alrighty, we have just received the video from Melanie, as you can probably see it right there somewhere. Okay, it won't focus. Let's see where we're going tomorrow. Let's watch this video.
Welcome to Milan. Tomorrow you're actually staying in Italy. You're taking a train to Verona, which is the birthplace of Romeo and Juliet. Have fun.
So, we are going to Verona, Italy, on a train. That is going to be one exciting adventure. I'm excited. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and hope you stay tuned for next weekend's video, which is where we're going to be at tomorrow in Verona. Like and subscribe to our channel if you like more content like this, and don't forget to keep adventuring. We'll see you next weekend in Verona.